What's poppin'? My real ones, my YouTube family. It's almost 2021. And you know, nothing's changed around here. Everything's still the same. I'm still collecting vinyl. I'm still going out to stores, and even with all this COVID shit, you know, I still go fucking places and I still go find my shit because I need my fix. I'm a goddamn fiend for this fucking vinyl. And I'm a fiend for this vape. Look at this shit. Remember that old one I had? That old crusty ass fucking vape? Well, I got this one for Christmas. I went and bought it for myself because I needed a new one. Had that old one for a long ass time. Let me show you how good it hits. Oh, that's a good cloud. And it's tasty. It's pretty good. Recommend it. So, let's get down to the nitty gritty, because this is not a channel about vaping. Even though I do vape constantly. This video is about motherfucking vinyl. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in a great fucking mood right now. It's New Year's Eve. And I got 2 records that I need to show you guys. Just because I've been talking shit for the last few videos. And well, I need to release a little bit of this anger and change it into happiness. So, first one, motherfucking Brother Lynch from fucking Sick Records. These bastards finally came through. Finally, the motherfuckers came through. And it pains me to say that I'm so happy with this fucking album particularly. I just got done listening to it again. It's so fucking good. This is it might be better than Season of the Sickness. I think the production's better on this than Season of the Sickness, even though Season of the Sickness is great. But Loaded, I think it's better. I think he went up on this one, even though, like I said, Season of the Sickness is such a classic album. But shit, this is good. It's a very underrated album. First time on vinyl, so technically this is an OG pressing. Just to let y'all know. Well, that's that. And I'm gonna start. Oh, not start. I'm gonna go to the other one. X-Rated. I swear to God, this one right here was surprisingly very good too. I had actually never heard it until I got the vinyl. I did have the downloads, but I never actually listened to them. And this album was a great surprise. This is the only album he did before he went to jail. And then X-Rated was doing albums, like straight albums from jail, which is crazy. But this one, he actually got in the studio and recorded it, and it's really good. I mean, it's early 90s funk shit. If you really listen to it, it sounds a lot like Ice Cube's, you know, Death Certificate, and what was the one after that? Fucking The Predator. Like, it has that kind of feel to it. And you know, he talks a lot of shit and dope shit. Highly recommend these 2. Man, if you can get Sick Records to send them to you in a timely fashion, holy shit, you can, you know, Sick Records would be a great fucking company if they could do that. But in any case, got a couple of singles here that I need to show you guys. Funkdoobiest, Bow Wow Wow. So, I've never been too keen on Funkdoobiest. I've everything I've heard from them I like, and I do plan on buying some of their albums. However, they're not that easy to come by. Like, Funkdoobiest shit, like, it barely ever gets repressed, and when it does, it's ridiculously expensive. At least from the ones that I've seen. I've seen it like in 2 different stores in 2 years. And I saw it recently out in San Diego, and I'm definitely gonna buy it the next time I go down there, if it's still there. Hopefully I'll have another story like that Fat Joe story. But anyways, yeah, this is very good. Good single. Both tracks are good. Check this one out. And let's see. Classic shit. I mean, come on. How more classic does it get than fucking Wu-Tang? Protect Your Neck single. This is an OG single too. Got this for a great price. And very happy to have it. This is going to be just sitting there with the rest of its brothers and sisters. This is a great single. Protect your neck. Another one, Wu-Tang Clan. Another Wu-Tang Clan. See, can it be all so simple? And, of course, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Actually got these a couple of weeks ago, and I've been meaning to make this video for, I'd say, like the last 3 weeks, but I've been holding out because I had records coming in the mail, and until I got everything, I was gonna make the video. And you know, like I said, some of this shit right here, I got some bangers. Speaking of bangers, this is absolutely not a banger. This is actually something that I don't even know what it is. It sounds exactly like this album cover looks, if that makes any sense to you. So, I don't know if the name of the group is Ancient Termites or Phonosyncograph Disc. Anyways, like this shit right here, I honestly do not know what to make of it. I mean, I'm a wannabe DJ. I'm not really good. And this is supposed to be DJ type shit. You know, it's it's not breaks. It's more like just dudes scratching on turntables and, well, on some fucking weird ass beats. And it's kind of awful at times, and then it's surprisingly decent at others. But all in all, it's I just bought this because, I don't know, I was kind of attracted by the cover, and I wanted to explore a little bit. And I was kind of disturbed by it, to be honest. I was not impressed with this album at all. I don't recommend it. If you see this, skip it. Alright, next one. So when I bought that one, I bought this one too, at the same place. And this one's surprisingly good. It's from Black Milk, called No Poison, No Paradise. And I gotta say, this one was decent. It was good listen. It's kind of smooth, kind of jazzy at times. I recommend it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I've never heard of... I heard of Black Milk. Like, I heard his name mentioned, but I never heard any of his music till I listened to this. And I was thoroughly impressed. It was pretty decent. This is actually something that I plan on listening to again, just, you know, to give it a better... get a better feel for it. But yeah, Black Milk, definitely give it a shot. Uh-oh, I think my computer is gonna die because I closed it. Ugh. Now, when you get to OG status, it doesn't get any much more OG than fucking Rakim. 18th letter. So this is just, you know, like a basic ass fucking generic sleeve. I don't know why they didn't press this with the album art, because the album art's alright. It's kind of decent. I have the CD from this. I remember this from way back in the days. And I don't know, I got a thing with Rakim where it's like a bit of an unpopular opinion. Like, I think his early stuff is great, but his later stuff, after he stopped working with Eric B, is just not as good. You know, his style got kind of stale, and he didn't really evolve at all. Like, you know, you could compare him to the other guys from his era, like KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane. I mean, you can, I don't know, you can make the same argument for Big Daddy Kane, but KRS-One definitely got better with time. You know, Kane didn't really progress either. He kind of like fell off in the 90s. He had tracks here and there and whatever, but I don't remember anything major from him. And same thing with Rakim, except for one track. Guess Who's Back? See that right there? That track right there? Banger. Banger. I remember that beat playing on like the little segues and MTV and shit, like, you know, going to commercials and shit like that way back in the 90s. And this, I mean, the album is decent. It's not a bad album. I just don't feel like Rakim really progressed in his style. Didn't really get better after, I don't know, I'd say like 94, 95. This came out in the late 90s. This is like 98, I think. Let me see, there's a date right there. Man, this lighting. Oh, 97. There you go. So, late 90s shit. Let's see. Another one. This is something you gotta hear to believe. This is Marlon Craft. So, This kid, the first time I ever heard him, he was freestyling in his room on a YouTube video. And the kid was ill. Like, I'm talking like 5-6 years ago or something like that. Maybe a little bit less. But this kid right here, he's a real lyricist. He's a real rapper. I would put him up against anybody from this era and you'd probably eat him up. I'm talking like, you know, he could fuck with the J. Coles and the Kendrick Lamars. You know, he's that type of lyricist. Maybe even better. Like, this kid could have definitely eaten people back in the 90s. Like, that's how good he is. And this album right here is very well done. I wish the production was a little bit better. It kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. But all in all, if you're into lyricism, if you like fucking lyrics, this is an album for you. Highly recommend it. Again, Marlon Craft, Mirror Funhouse. Gia. Good shit. And let's see. A surprisingly good album. Born to Rap. So, this is supposed to be the Game's last album. He's supposed to be retired after this. Apparently, he lost a lawsuit, and all the proceeds from this album are going to some bitch that sued him. And, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the Game. He might end up putting out another album, but this one was decent. I thought it was a pretty good listen. He used a lot of samples from the 90s. Like, some of the same samples that, like, Dr. Dre used. And it feels like an ode to the 90s. If you really listen to it, it sounds like the Game is blowing his load to the 90s. And it's a decent album. Highly recommend it. You know, he used samples from the Chronic. And I don't know, I can't remember any off the top of my head. I listened to this like over 2 weeks ago, and I haven't listened to it again. So, but yeah, this is one that I do recommend. Okay, let's keep it going. Keep it going. So I might have mentioned on the last video that Amazon, fucking Amazon, out of all places, was starting to come up on the vinyl game, like putting out some kind of obscure shit. And it wasn't that much obscure, but 3 6 Mafia's like, yo, you guys are putting out 3 6 Mafia records? Straight up. This is their first shit, I think. And it's not that good. Not gonna lie. I didn't really feel this album. I thought it was kind of weak on the production. And wasn't too impressed with it. So I don't recommend this one. Mystic Styles. I don't know. A lot of people like it. It's super dark. It's like gratuitously dark sometimes. But yeah, whatever. Let's see. One that's a lot better also came from Amazon. 3 6 Mafia The End. This is from mid-90s. I think it's from like 97. There you go. So I think that at this point they were starting to really find their sound. Sounds more like that Memphis shit that you're used to from 3 6. And I was kind of impressed with this one. I thought this one was a little bit better. Man, off the top of my head, I can't remember any of these tracks that I really liked. But yeah, it's decent. Like, the first few tracks are super dope on this one. Let's see. Classics. Now we're getting to some classic shit here. This is a classic album. Brand Nubian. Now, I got a little bit of a love-hate relationship with fucking Mr. Lord Jamar there. But Grand Puba is a fucking killer on the mic. Dude is dope. Sadat X also was in this group. And if you haven't listened to this album, this is something you need in your collection. This is a fucking banger. I was lucky to find this one because they didn't press that many of them. This repressing. I think it was a record store day. I'm not sure, but I found it. I bought it. It's here. It's in my collection now. Very happy to have it. So this is one you need to have. Not going to go too much into these albums. I'm just going to... I'm almost done. And this one's definitely record store day shit. I know because it says so right there. Oh, yeah. Fucking Ice-T. So I just got this one, yesterday. And I got it during working hours. Don't ask me how. So... I think this is his first album. It has 6 in the Morning, which I didn't realize how long that motherfucking song was. It's like I think I listened to it. I think it was like 2 hours long, just 6 in the morning. And I love this album. I'm going to start buying some more Ice-T. I've never been an Ice-T fan. I always found his style to be super basic, even for the time. Because like I always found that him and Too Short had a very, not similar, but they had a kind of like the same type of rhyme scheme. And it got old, you know, like his shit got kind of old where Too Short didn't. But I'm having a change of heart on Ice-T. And I'm going to give him more of a chance. I might go out and buy that Power album that I keep seeing everywhere. So, yeah, this one right here, this one is good. This has got a lot of good shit. Let me see, that Sex song. That one really caught me off guard because I don't remember it. But yeah, this is good shit right here. And last but not least, and it's not something that most of you kids are going to go out and buy, but Houdini, Open Sesame. There's a reason why this is last. Because my man right there, Ecstasy, just passed away a couple days ago. So, I just bought this yesterday. I was, at the same time I bought that Ice-T, I was walking around a record store and I saw this. I'm like, yo, I need to take that with me because poor Ecstasy, man. Like, I don't know what happened to him. You know, it's not clear on what he died of. I heard it was COVID. I heard it wasn't. Either way, doesn't matter. The dude passed away, and it's too soon. Dude, he was only in his 50s. He wasn't that old. But, yeah. R.I.P. to Ecstasy. And with that, I'm going to end this video. I'm going to show you guys how I'm setting up my displaying my records here. It's for the fuck of it. Nothing much. And, yeah. It's about, what? It's going to be midnight here pretty soon. And going into New Year's, and I'm gonna have a good time tonight. I'm gonna listen to all of that shit again. So, peace, motherfuckers.